I think the key to keeping those two things in balance, character versus commission, is to understand what mission we're serving. And there's, I think, some rightful conflict within agents over these issues. Because immediately we just want to say, well, what do you mean? I would never lie, cheat, steal, right? I would never do that. But let's remind ourselves for a moment, have a little reality check. What is the mission of our career? To get rich. I like that. Yeah, to make money, right? To fund the life that we want to live. I mean, that's why we work, isn't it?
Support the family.
Support the family. Take care of legitimate needs and dreams and aspirations and fund those. The money's got to come from somewhere, right? And that's what our career is for, is to provide that money.
And they recognize too. They recognize.
Yes. Yeah, we like a little recognition to go along with the money, don't we? So if that's the mission of our career, then it really is about the commission. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay? However, there are many career choices. There's lots of ways to make money or get rich or to fund our lives. And the specific path, the specific role that each of us has chosen to do that is real estate sales. Real estate sales is a what type of business or industry? It's a get-rich business. Boy, you've been to class, haven't you? It's all about the commission again. No, I like the way you're thinking. It's a drama business. Yeah, there we go. Yes, thank you. It's a helpful business. We're here to help others. We're here to serve. Real estate sales is a service business. We are a service industry. Imagine meeting a new client. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and my name is Frank. Glad to meet you. I just want you to know my primary goal out of this transaction is to make a lot of money, okay? Get a big fat commission, and I want to sell this home first day so I don't have to work too hard for it, okay? Yeah, they're going to love me. No.
I'll say whatever I have to say to make you like it.
Yeah, there we go. No, it missed.
That's what they hear sometimes.
That's exactly what they hear, regardless of what comes out of our mouth, right? So, but no, our internal motivation in that transaction is to do what? To help, I love that word, to serve those clients, to use our experience and expertise to satisfy their needs in that transaction. Oh, by the way, if we do that at a high level, what else is going to show up in our business? The money, the commissions are going to show up. So our career mission is going to be met as we fulfill the mission of our specific role in real estate sales. That's where the conflict comes through. We do have two different missions. And if we get the career mission over the role mission, that's where we put the commission over character. But if we keep character first, service first, helping first, the commissions will show up. Okay? And the career mission will be served. And let me just share with you some very specific examples, because I don't want this just to be a pie in the sky theoretical discussion. There are some very specific instances in which this character versus commission issue shows up in our business. And I just brainstormed with a pencil real quickly a few ideas. Let me just throw them out there. When character comes first, it means we help first-time home buyers even if the commissions are low. Okay? Because they need help, don't they? And that's what we're here to do, right? To help. That comes first. It means we help tenants even when the commissions are almost non-existent. Right? I'm only going to make $800 on that. Right? But do those people need help? And is that my role as a real estate professional, is to help people? And by the way, people who are leasing, sometimes they're doing that by choice because of life circumstances and they're not ready to commit to a mortgage payment and all that. Sometimes they're leasing because that's the only option they have. They don't have the ability to purchase. Sometimes they did in the past. And life has taken some crazy, difficult turns for them. And they don't have the resources now to purchase.
Or they mess themselves up.
Well, sometimes it's our own choices, right? Sometimes we're impacted by the choices of others. But in either case, I mean, if you've never been there personally, you probably haven't lived very long. Okay? Those people need help. We're in a position to help them. Character says that comes first. It also means we refer out buyers or sellers if we're not in a position to offer the professional guidance they need, either because they're buying or selling in a geographic area that we know nothing about and cannot get up to speed about in time to serve them at a high level, or maybe it's a commercial transaction that's completely outside the area of our expertise. And I'll tell you, I was given the opportunity to do a commercial transaction. This was back in June. All that crazy stuff was going on. And I thought, I'm not letting that get away, right? That's a commercial. This will just be my first of many. And I started going down that path, and I very soon realized, thank God, it is a completely different animal, right? I could not, with integrity, represent my client in that transaction because I would have been an amateur in a professional's game. Not only would I have gotten my lunch eaten, more importantly, my clients. Yeah. So I just referred that off to a commercial specialist in our office. And by the way, for a 25% referral for doing nothing after making the handoff. Okay? That's not bad. Versus, oh, I got to have it. You know, I'm going to fake my way through it. That's how we started on this. That's the get rich quick, where I'm not providing the value commensurate with the money that I'm expecting to receive. Okay? And that's dishonest. Okay, that's what the proverb says. So here's another example. Character first means we put our clients' properties on the MLS to expose them to the widest pool of potential buyers and to all the realtors in the market in the hopes of maximizing the sale price for our listing client, as opposed to putting that listing in our pocket and keeping it off the market as long as possible to maximize our chances of getting both sides of the deal. Okay? That's called a pocket listing. Unless you think I'm just being theoretical, that has been rampant in our market this year. That's slowed down a little bit as the market has tightened up, but you see agents doing this kind of stuff when the market is doing this, and they get greedy and put their interest above those of their clients. Okay? The Realtor Code of Ethics sums it up pretty well as it speaks to this issue. This is something we've all signed off on, but we probably need to be reminded of it. I'm quoting now. In the interpretation of this obligation, realtors can take no safer guide than that which has been handed down through the centuries, embodied in the Golden Rule. Whatsoever ye would that others should do to you, do ye even so to them. Okay? Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. That's the rule. Okay? Step 5. Give generously. You can write that in the blank. Here's the proverb. A generous man or woman will prosper. He who refreshes others will himself be refreshed. So much of what we read in Proverbs is counterintuitive. In other words, that doesn't make sense. And this is a perfect example of that. It seems as if the person who hoards everything that comes their way will win the accumulation game. Right? Because I got it and I'm not letting it go. Whereas this proverb says, no, the person who takes it and then gives it out, shares it, spreads the wealth, they're the one who's going to be blessed and refreshed. I mean, mathematically, that doesn't make sense. Okay? How could this possibly be the case? And there's many possible answers to that. Maybe it's some universal law of sowing and reaping at work. Okay? Maybe it's if you go to enough highfalutin charity fundraisers and make a donation, you make connections with all the right people. Oh, that's very cynical, isn't it? Oh, but it's true, right? Right? You show up, you make a donation, you meet all the right people. That could be it. I think it goes much deeper than that. I think the root of it is really this. A generous person is by definition someone who is others-centered. Someone who is service-oriented. someone who is attuned to needs in other people's lives. And very specifically in relationship to the role that we have all chosen, somebody who identifies others who have real estate needs. And because you have committed to lifelong learning and sharpening your skills and increasing your knowledge, you know you can help them. And you feel confident in offering that assistance. $2 million sellers, absolutely. First-time home buyers, tenants, equally, absolutely. Because your role mission is to help people. And the more you do that, the more opportunities you're going to have to help. That's how it works. The generosity here could speak to financial donations. It also speaks to sharing your knowledge, your ability to solve problems. Okay? And that's ultimately what we are as real estate consultants. We give people answers that help them solve their problems. Okay? So I'm going to address one issue that I've heard several times within the last year within our company from agents who I think are very high-minded and well-meaning. As I invite agents consistently to our business planning classes, our lead generation, lead conversion classes, I have heard several times an agent say something that goes along this line. But Frank, I'm not in this business to make money. I'm just here to help people, and I just care about families and individuals, so I don't need to do all this lead generation activity. And my answer is always the same. First of all, that's awesome, right? That you have that kind of heart to help people. But if it's good to help a few people, isn't it better to help more people? Right? If you helped 6 families last year, how much more of an impact can you make on the world by helping 12 this year, or 18, or 24? So I love the attitude, let's multiply it. Let's spread the love. Let's get it out there. And we do that by sharpening our skills and then being willing to proactively offer that expertise to other people. Okay? And again, because we're in a free market economy, the more we serve, the more value we provide, the more commission comes in. So it's an incredible, wonderful cycle of abundance that we're in. That rewards those who serve at a very high level. Number 6, surround yourself with wise mentors. Wise mentors. Here's the first proverb. Plans fail for lack of counsel. That would include business plans also. Okay? But with many advisors, they succeed. When you get input from multiple successful people, your plans can't help but be much more effective. Okay? Because now it's not just your little brain, but it's the little brains of lots of people and a few big brains thrown in there. Your plans are going to be so much more successful. There's a couple core beliefs that those of you in this classroom have heard me say over and over and over again. One of them, people have lived before us, right? We're not the first ones to be on a path to abundance through a real estate sales role. And then secondly, success leaves tracks. Okay? What's the message of both of those core beliefs? Oh, we could say it this way. We don't have to reinvent the wheel, right? The shortest path, the most efficient path to where you want to go in any area of life has already been trodden by other people who faced bigger obstacles in life than you have, and they've already achieved it. So we just need to get on that path. Now, we may not know all the steps along that path. That's why we have to seek out wise mentors, those who've already gone that way. In relationship to real estate sales, we are incredibly blessed to be in the most productive RE/MAX office in the state of Texas. Wise mentors down every nook and cranny of this office, okay? And seeking them out is as simple as identifying someone who's doing what you want to do and approaching them and say, hey, you know what? I've been admiring you and your work for so long, would you mind if I just took you out to lunch and bought your lunch and just asked you a few questions to help accelerate my sales career? I can't think of a single agent in this office who would not be flattered and honored by that type of approach, okay? Seek out wise mentors. But they don't even have to be human beings, right? How many of y'all have ever been mentored by a book? Right? Lots of wise mentors on the bookshelves, okay? Or on Amazon.com. It's not just books. I was in our Kingwood office a couple weeks ago doing a green screen studio day like we do in here, and one of the agents, they just couldn't believe it. They said, "Frank, how do you know all this stuff? How do you know how to edit green screen video software? I mean, who knows that kind of stuff?" You know what my answer was? YouTube. You can learn anything on YouTube. You don't have to quit your job and go to graphic design school, right? I spent a few evenings on the couch while Mary's watching Criminal Minds on the other end of the couch. I've got my headphones on and I'm just watching YouTube videos on how to edit green screen software. Okay? I'm not a technical guru. That stuff comes very slowly to me. That's why I have to watch the videos over and over and take lots of notes. But again, a few nights on the couch and you can do it. There's really no excuse for ignorance these days. Seriously. It's all out there. You can learn anything you want. How to change a light bulb, how to change a spark plug, how to build $1 million business, how to edit green screen software, how to implement an effective FSBO marketing program. It's all out there, okay? So seek those wise mentors. Put yourself on a path of learning specifically around the issues that are going to enable you to achieve your aspirations. Okay, we're at the last step, number 7. And that is invest yourself in developing others. So far this has been a lot about us, but I very specifically want to change the focus here. And this can apply in your business. And I know most of us in this room are fairly inexperienced. You might be like, well, what do I have to teach other people? And yet we can learn from each other. Before class today, I think we were talking about Tim. He's kind of pioneered in an investment strategy, and the rest of us are trying to learn from his experience. Okay? So whatever it is that you're developing expertise in, just have this sharing, giving attitude. You are where you are in your life, in your career right now because, well, first of all, you have an internal drive and motivation. We acknowledge that. You have a huge part in this. But also because other people have invested in you. Other people have seen potential in you and taught you and mentored you and helped you along the way. And that could be everything from your parents to your school teachers to your minister to people in this office. So I'm just saying, whenever, ever you have an opportunity to share and give back, please do that. One of our agents, there's 2 agents in this office, neither one of them are here, so I'm going to tell this story. Don't tell it again, okay? But one agent was sharing some specific strategies for growing business with another agent, and one of her caveats was, "Don't you tell Frank Gray about this." Why do you think she didn't want me to know? Because if I know, I'll tell. That's exactly right. That's right. If I know, I'm going to tell. I'm going to share. I'm going to spread the love, okay? Because I live in a world of abundance. And I don't think just because Stacy has a brilliant idea that it's only going to work for her, right? It's not going to hurt her business if I share it with somebody else. There's plenty for all. That's why I never feel like I'm hurting myself by sharing what I'm doing in my personal sales. There is the opportunities are limitless. No human being, no one person can maximize all of them, okay? So let's just cultivate that sharing attitude. Oh, I didn't even share the proverb yet, did I? Oh, this is the best part. Where there are no oxen, the stall is clean, but from the strength of an ox comes an abundant harvest. What in the world does that have to do with investing in others? Okay. You got to do some dirty work. That's right, if you're going to grow. I use this one at home all the time, right? When Mary's fussing about my dirty socks on the floor, my fingerprints on the granite, I'll say, hey babe, where there's no ox, the stall is clean, right? But much increase comes by the strength of an ox.
I'm sure she really
Yeah, she really appreciates it every time, you know. But I just got to remind her, hey, even if I'm a mess, I'm making a contribution here, okay? You know, you're still better with me than without me, you know. Sometimes we guys got to remind our women of these things, okay?
Today you're outnumbered.
Yes, I know.
What's her profit bet?
Yeah. I can't repeat those words.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, some things just really are.
Yeah, so
Just clean up.
just clean up, that's right. Yeah, just wipe the granite, just do that. So anyways, as you give and as you invest in others, sometimes it will be inconvenient. That's kind of what this means here, you know, that you're going to have to take time out of your busy schedule for something that may not create an immediate return for you. But as we have seen, those who are generous, you know, are richly blessed in return. Even if you can't see a direct correlation, what I'm going to get out of this, just give. Just be generous. Just maintain that mindset, and you won't have to be concerned. It will come back to you, multiplied over and over, okay? Let's just build that kind of giving, generous culture in this office. Let's continue to facilitate that, and we'll all be blessed by it. So that's really what I wanted to share with you in terms of content. These are some of the things that I have picked up over the last 90 days that are helping me bring balance and perspective and sanity back to my life. So I wanted to leave every one of you with a challenge. It's called the WQ Challenge. It's down there at the bottom of that second page. And it's just the same challenge that my youth leader gave me as a teenager that I picked up again recently. It's for 31 days. I would encourage you to consider reading a proverb a day and reflecting on how it can bring some perspective and balance and wisdom into your life. We talk a lot about IQ, intelligence quotient. There's been a lot of discussion recently about EQ, you know, emotional quotient or emotional intelligence. And I think we'd all benefit by raising our wisdom quotient, okay, by having some ancient, proven wisdom spoken into our lives on a daily basis. And by the way, I shared this exact same presentation and challenge at the Top 500 retreat on Tuesday, just 2 days ago. And one of the best known RE/MAX brokers in the state, Sam Ferrari, down in Top Realty in Pearland, picked it up. And he posted on Facebook that he was accepting the challenge and that he was going to go beyond that and post his comments on Facebook each day from the chapter that he was reading, and he challenged the rest of us to do the same. And so this morning on Facebook, I accepted that challenge, okay? So for the next 31 days, I'm going to read a proverb a day and post my comments on its meaning to me. So if you are up for that, I would just throw that out there for you as well. There is some reinforcement that comes from public accountability, i.e. saying on Facebook, I'm going to do this for the next 31 days, okay? Yeah, they will. You know they will call you out if you skip a day. That's the whole point of accountability, right? To reinforce productive behavior. So they just want to see if you're doing it. So by the way, if you do that, should you choose to accept the challenge, I would encourage you to match the proverb to the date. Don't just start at chapter 1 on the 23rd. Today's the 23rd. Start with chapter 23, and that way you never have to wonder, where am I? Okay, I'm on that date. So.
And if you do miss it, just pick it back up the next day.
Don't be overwhelmed with guilt and condemnation and think you're a worthless worm and you should never do anything again. No. That's right. That's right. We do not live in a world of perfection. We live in a world of progress, of abundance. So just keep moving forward inch by inch. Okay, that's what I wanted to share with you guys. Thank you very much for putting up with me. Okay? Okay. You are most welcome. And next week we'll get back to making money. Okay? You love Criminal Minds? Yes. Oh, every night is a Criminal Minds marathon in our house.